because I think this was the
Something
last game
like
he
that.
played.
Yeah, it was a rough run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he didn't have a great run. He looked like me in Division One. And one big thing that Sneaky, I told Sneaky, I was like, hey man, you need to play to your strengths. This whole like weird pick bullshit that he's been doing is not benefiting him whatsoever. He needs to be playing and going back to what made him good at the game. I think this influenced it a little bit. And then letting Fence play 35 US, I think is a good idea here. Fence, as you guys know, does not like to get into infantry grind games. That is like his least favorite thing. He gets bored. If you ever run into him ranked and you're just infantry grinding him, he will leave the game. But
I've
yes,
experienced that quite a many times.
yeah. And, I don't know if Core is in here, but, we've been calling Sneaky Sunbelt Sneaky. He's he hasn't been performing very well in these tournaments. So hopefully he can turn it around here. As you know, I don't have a great relationship with Sneaky. Quite frankly, I want him to lose both of these games. I'll be very honest. So I'm actively rooting against this
Uh-oh.
man. But there's not, Sneaky plays a very weird play style, but Fortitude Fence also has a very weird playstyle that, it could result in, an interesting matchup here on Black Forest. And I'm curious to see how Sneaky is going to deal with the Fortitude Fence air horde. That is the biggest concern that I have here for Sneaky, is the air horde will be too much for 6 US to handle.
Mind you, for our dear viewers at home, this is a Div 1 match as opposed to the previous one.
Yes.
So the cream of the crop of this game indeed.
Yeah, allegedly the best players in the game are in Division 1. I'm in Division 1. I wouldn't say I'm one of the best players in the game. I can certainly
No, no,
say
don't put yourself down like that.
SBG is not one of the best players in the game. He had to beg his way into it. He was the last man in for Division 1 from my understanding.
Ooh, we got some call-outs going on here.
Sneaky, I believe at this time for this game is playing to not be relegated. I think that if he 2-0s here, I think he doesn't get relegated. If he goes 1-1, I think he gets relegated. And if he goes 0-2, he's most definitely relegated.
Fortitude Fence is a daunting task.
Mm-hmm.
This man is not an easy play. You
Yeah.
never know what he's going to pull.
Fortitude Fence, the winner of the North American Open, always placing well in tournaments, was the terror of ranked ladder for probably like a year straight skate whenever he was doing the 11 ACR shit.
Until they added stress evac, he was an absolute menace indeed. Yeah. So you could say that was a good 2 years.
And then also when 35 US was on release, that was not fun to play against Fortitude Fence against 35 US. Fortitude Fence, probably one of the most influential players in the game when it comes to deck nerfs. 11 ACR and 35 US are two decks that have gotten nerfed solely because of him, not because of, it's playing really well like across the board. It's just like, no, this motherfucker is terrorizing everyone. Please nerf him.
Absolutely. That's one of Fortitude Fence's strengths, not only on ladder, but I think also in league, is that his deck theory is quite unique. Because when you look at Fortitude Fence, you may not say that he has perhaps the best micro. You don't see this guy doing crazy, tank micromanagement and infantry grinding, shuffling, whatever else. But his ideas about the game are absolutely batshit insane, and they work. This is the guy that takes double upvet military police squads and takes them as grinding infantry. So this guy, he gets some very cool ideas and he puts them to use, and I think that's his strength and probably why he is the person that gets these decks nerfed, because he does some crazy shit with it.
Yeah, he does do some weird things with these decks. I mean, there's no other way to explain it. He's a menace. I hate playing against Fence. I've never beat him fair and square before. I just hate playing against this motherfucker.
I remember my first game against him. It was against his 8th infantry on airport, and he opened all of his planes, and I was completely clueless and did not know who he was. I barely held back from saying some very mean things to him in chat.
Fence is his air micro is really good, but if you do watch, he has a YouTube, you can watch him play his games. His micro is nothing crazy, dare I say. It's nothing insane.
All the right things at all the right
times. He just does all the right. It's like T-Man. Macro gameplay from a macro level, a very, very strong player.
That noob.
Yeah. T-Man 2-0 Sneaky in his bracket. I will point that out. It was a bad 2-0 as well. We can also
Oh
see here.
wait, huh, the game started.
Yeah, the game started. We can see here Fortitude Fence very aware of kind of, right now a lot of people have been doing some backline sneak shit. Fence are very aware that, hey, Sneaky may think about this. He may want to do that. Sneaky
Sneaky
doing
may
a
be
really
sneaky.
good job here of getting up early with these Totus. I love this. Getting these Totus in position, make it really hard to reinforce.
Putting
Sneaky
those
is,
airborne to good use because
yes,
55 US is a
yes,
slow deck.
playing super aggressive here. I like this a lot. I have to
Fence
say.
scouting with that M35 car. I mean, this is what we're talking about. This guy does some unorthodox things.
Fuck the 20 points. I wanna see what's over there. Give it to my opponent. Give him the lead. Smoke's coming in here for Fence already. Smoking off the way in.
Preempted this. This
Yeah.
is Div 1, fellows. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Knackward Scout's gonna walk across the field here. Sneaky with a lot of room taken. Finally buys a command. He's going to be getting a lot of room here. He has pretty much every zone except Fence's back +2 or back 2-pointer. But this is very, stereotypical Fence play here. Here comes
Sneaky
the
with no CVs on the open, though. So.
yeah, interesting. He's not gonna be able to get a lead. Totu does hit a CEV. OH58 able to go over here and take a peek. Vads does come up. Vad's going to one burst the OH58 here.
For dear viewers at home, many would say that Fence's side of the map is the bad side of the map, especially versus an airborne matchup.
Yes. I have seen Fence do nasty things out of this position before, though. I forget what I think it was North American Open versus Pro Kami, where he was stuck in the same exact position. Pro Kami had taken just about everything. He had got him concaved in, and then Fence is just able to break through. It just, it's the game theory.
One of the benefits of Black Forest is the slow tick as well. So
Yeah.
players can stack their bread very heavy.
A lot of M60s.
CEV,
Oh my god. Mortars coming in, more mortars coming in. M109 coming in for Fence here. Gonna be starting to lay down some fire into this area. Sneaky opting for more VATs, 762s, Totu A's. Totu A's? What? Okay.
Fence does have units with ERA, and Totu A does have tandem, so this might be an interesting pick.
Yeah, I'm hoping these get the value that you would want out of them. I don't know about it,
I
though.
think they do one hit, actually, because the regular Totu kill threshold is 11 armor. So having that +2 AP equivalent of the tandem round versus ERA should push it above the threshold for one shot in the M60
ERAs?
Potentially. Jamie, run the numbers.
Where's Pasta? Pasta's Jamie right now. So taking a look here, very slow gameplay. There's going to be like a breakout scenario. If you've been playing Battlefield 5, this is going to be like breakout. Where
I think Fence understood that the toes, sorry for cutting you off, the toes are dangerous, and he just pushed his infantry up, but not his vehicles.
Yeah. Pasta says, fuck y'all. I love you too, Pasta. Thank you for casting
Thanks,
yesterday.
Jamie.
Yeah, thanks, Jamie. Looking here, the Totus are gonna be firing in. Does take an M113 out. Sneaky on a +2. He is getting the rest of the zones capped as we speak. A lot of oh my god. I think we know what Sneaky's game plan is here. Just toe spam this motherfucker. Make him walk into the toes. Make him make mistakes. Make him buy smoke mortars. And make the smoke mortars run out. What I would like to see here is maybe a 155 come up, start counterbattering these mortars, get Fence off of his game. I know Fence, whenever PBAT and I played him, or we had scouted him in a 2v2 tournament or something like that, we had scrimmed him. Fence doesn't really move his mortars that much until you start shooting at him. So you can easily take one or two off from him. And now here we go. We can see the M60s making their fucking push out here. Oh my Christ almighty, look at these things.
That's a blob. Ooh, one of them is routed, 1 HP. That's not good.
Totus are not being spotted here. They're not being shot at. This is toe missile hell right now.
They are pretty well supplied. Fence might be betting on just wasting their missiles by microing with smokes. Don't forget, this is Div 1. These
Yeah.
players will do stuff like that.
Fucking Fence is
Those
just...
2 shots each. One, the Aito with 1 shot remaining.
Look at
They
this.
might just run out of ammo.
Oh, Fence is just playing a magical game right here. Just playing around his smokes, 1 tank at a time. See, Prowler comes out. Engineer leader pushing up here. A lot of the TOW2s have now been pushed out. Gunships are up on them, up currently. I know Fence loves it. Vads are gonna get... Vads? Hello? Vads one-shotting the gunship? One-shotting another gunship?
Oh, man. 35% accuracy kicking in again. That is brutal.
TOW2 almost out of ammo here. Gonna hit... Gonna miss here. Gonna miss.
Good thrust by Fortitude Fence here. But,
Cleared out a
not
lot of
enough to break
TOW2s.
through.
TOW2 now out of ammo. Natguard Itos are coming up. Another TOW2A here showing up onto the field. Gonna be shooting at the CEV. Gonna lose vision here.
Lots of tanks in the front line for Fortitude Fence. He has not been losing them. He's been quite good on keeping them alive.
He has indeed.
All these TOW2s, they are running low on ammo. Fence is playing very...
Fence finally loses an M60 here. Pivads does go down. M60 ACABs getting in here, doing damage. This is very interesting from Fortitude Fence. He does have pressure now. He needs to bring up supplies, though. Get things resupplied. He has the recoilless rifles and ITOs coming up. Oh, no. The HE bombers have been purchased. The Dragonflies have been purchased.
This is another kind of game style that Fence excels in, and that's sort of pushing you off balance with, like, just different types of attacks. First, he pushed with the smoke plus tanks, and then the gunships arrive, and now the airplanes arrive. You sort of simply have to preempt his moves, because if you don't, you get punished for it very heavily.
TOW2s go down on the northern flank. iHawk is going to hit a shot. EW plane coming out from Sneaky.
Perfectly microed iHawk. The Roland and iHawk both microed properly, and their weapons are off.
M48's now trying to beat up on this Natguard Scout in the south. Dusters.
Fence does have the infantry mass as well. Here.
Yes, he's got everything in his favor right now. This is such
every single type of unit type needed to succeed in this game.
Yeah,
he's kind of stuck choosing between what he needs to buy.
Do I stop the next plane wave? Do I try to get some artillery up and get rid of these TOWs? What am I gonna do here?
I think 35th US excels in because the units are just simply so cheap. You can buy a tank, infantry, and AA all in one tick.
M48's getting ping-ponged around by the ITOs right now. Sneaky opting for more ITOs currently, trying to find something, trying to find some side shots. Sneaky very clearly floating some points here. He has a lot of units arriving on the field, or making their way to the field right now.
Hard fought fight, but it's still a +2 for Sneaky.
Yeah, it's still a +2 for Sneaky.
Here.
I mean, if he can just hold him here, you know, that's not the worst position that Sneaky can find himself in here. M48's going to be going down here to the M60s.
The reservist battle.
The slot battle, yeah. Fence, I would like to see some more supplies getting to the front from Fence, not more M60s right now. We see a lot of units that need supplied right now.
But the UH-60s up front.
Ito gonna go down here to the M109, I'm assuming. Sneaky not gonna be able to micro that in time. EW seed plane coming up. You can't do this to Fence, dude. Like, he's too... You might as well just throw the seed out of the deck. He does not miss micro seed. This is a known fact about Fence.
Yeah, in Div 1, probably, you can't catch just seed or rather AA off guard with seed, you have to force the mistake. You can't simply just fly it in and hope he hasn't left it on. You have to actually do an attack and force him to turn his AA on in a bad situation. You can't just, willy-nilly hope he has it on.
Yeah. And, from what I'm seeing here, the buys, the Toto A's are coming out from Sneaky here. I don't think he's got very many of those left. I believe he already lost one. I think you get, like, what, 3? So I'm not super sure that this is going to work.
He does have Toto A's, however, so it's 2 cards and plus the vehicle ones. But
this is also a rare thing from... Oh, it's because these get bad vision or bad optics. I was going to say, I wonder if he is going to fly these supply helos over and try to find find the stack of VAD, stingers, whatever it may be.
I mean, like Fence. Also, worth noting, the M40 in the back line, shooting back of M48K cap. Fence simply knows.
He's a knower.
His flank.
Fence also knowing where that command went. He is artillerying that command position. He's going to get some splash damage on it. Sneaky backing up the command right now. Just in time, able to get it out.
We'll leave it on a +2. Still uncomfortable, but much more workable. 27 minutes on the board. Yeah,
I've seen Fence come back. Well, I've seen Fence come back from an 1,800 point deficit. Like, I'm not worried about this whatsoever for Fence. This game is not close over, ladies and gentlemen. If you've never seen Fence play before, he is 100% comfortable in this position.
This dude's as cool as a cucumber. You should watch some of his YouTube videos.
Yeah, he's manically laughing in every video.
Makes you shudder. Makes you fear him.
The only problem is
depths of depravity.
The only problem is if he has to feed his pet moose in middle of the game, dude, he might have to go AFK,
Friend from the Great North. Game has slowed down a little bit. It's a bit of an arty party right now.
Toto does land a shot.
The next move is. The next schmove is.
We can see the mortars coming out here for Fortitude Fence. Yeah.
Look at the tanks. He parked them just to perfectly look down the road. Just no opportunity left untaken.
Mortars coming out, gonna land on the Toto over here. Maybe land on the Toto.
We're reaching 1,000 points down. Still doable, but it's getting uncomfortable here. That's half what's needed for a complete victory.
Yep, 12 minutes here till full victory by Sneaky if he can hold the current tick rate. Toto does go down to a CEV.
Looks like Fence consolidated the middle, and now he's taking the north. Looks like he's just going for a full frontal sort of slow roll.
Yeah, interesting he's not rotating out of the south. I've seen Fence multiple times where he gets into a position like this where he will just pull everything out, leave the infantry, and just smoke off down south and just grab it quick. And then Sneaky will be forced to rotate, and then Fence will just out-rotate him. I've seen him do that many times.
It might be his ace up his sleeve.
Yeah.
He's not ready to pull that one out just yet.
Yeah, because now you're getting into that position where this is where Fence doesn't like to play. He doesn't like to play in these artillery grind fests. He's getting to that point where, it's starting to get a little grindy with the artillery and with the infantry. Just great unit composition here by both players, though. Just picking everything off. I would say Sneaky's a little bit behind right now. I wouldn't say by a ton, but he is most definitely behind currently.
That is one of the benefits of 35th US, because the division itself does have everything you need. It's just kind of like cheap spam type things. You have AA, you have tanks, you have infantry, you have airplanes, you have recon. So you can have a very solid unit composition for quite cheap. And I think that plays well with kind of Fortitude Fence's playstyle of being like able to exploit every opportunity, be it to air spam, to hit RT where it needs to be hit, or to rotate, these unit blobs as you've just mentioned. So I think such a unit is quite good, or such a unit playstyle and spread is quite good for this division.
CEV getting incredible value right here. Just got 2 toes. Unfortunately, does go down to the
Underrated unit.
M48. Another toe to 8 going down. Sneaky buying artillery and seals and cobras coming up right now. Fence opting for more M60s at the. Oh my, good God, he's got.
Uh-oh. That's what I'm saying. These units are cheap. Problem with 6 US is also lack of tanks. This division has almost 0 heavy fire support. So if you catch them in a position where you have to go band for band and slug it out, you're probably gonna win.
Mortars are going down here. One thing to note here, Sneaky's southern side here, all of the ITOs are now out of ammo. We're gonna see some M60, some National Guard recoilless rifle behavior done right here. Again, this is this is a Fortitude Fence classic right here.
Navy SEALs on the front line, they're out of AT4s, and the M60 wave is just coming in. Will the cream of the crop of the USMC be able to beat a bunch of slop?
Roland does go down here.
Oh, caught off guard, but not with the iHawk. The iHawk is ready and willing.
Roland gonna hit one shot. iHawk gonna potentially hit a second shot. It is gonna miss. Firefly
Seals chopping up heavy, but they are forced back. There's simply too much fire support.
Dragonfly comes in, does not get the kill here. Perfect artillery by Fortitude Fence here, landing right on top of the Navy SEALs here. Oh!
90 points down, maybe another 90 to come.
Oh no. CEV also gonna take one out. M60s.
LGB plane getting attacked by the Eagle. Eagle missing everything. Classic Eagle. Hates to see it.
LGB plane does get kicked out.
This is mortars, still well supplied and ready to add another wave.
Navy SEALs going down very quickly, not having a good time over here. Ito shooting at M48s right now. M60s as well, making their way up onto the battlefield to fight the M48s. I mean, the one thing I will say here, you know, Sneaky was able to attrition a few units out of this area, make it a little bit more difficult. Tow Cobra's coming up here. 155s.
Anti-air is not ready.
155s have shot a few, but not a ton yet. Where are those dusters at? Dusters are rotating up.
Get that Roland up as well. That thing has 3,000 helicopter range. It is 6 HE as well, so it will one-shot these Cobras. Although it looks like he opts just for slamming it with an F-16. That works as well, I guess. Cyhawk from Sneaky not supplied, with no transport in the middle of the open.
Based. Sneaky's mortar is getting attacked right now by an M11 by a ship box.
Oh, yeah, these mortars left on the front line. They did not get the retreat order.
20 minutes left in the game, coming up on that mark. You know, I feel like we're
points down almost.
I feel like we're reaching a breaking point right here.
Fence needs to run away with this game, or else it might be uncomfortable. Black Forest is a very slow tick. These are all +1s, and the +2 is.
Look at this! Look at this blob of M60s right now, up in the north. Gonna get hit in the side by Ato 2, unfortunately.
Humvee placement right there. That is a very good foresight by Sneaky, knowing to keep that north road contested.
Yep. However, Sneaky with very few units on the field right now. A lot of red on this field, all blobbed up together, whereas Sneaky does not have much. M60s.
Sneaky forced to retreat into his town, but I think Fortitude Fence understood it and simply said, I'll just go south.
Yeah, I mean, the M60s are now making a move to the south. The Ito down here in the south has been reloaded. There is another one on the field.
Another benefit of unit spam, you have so many smoke charges. You can just attrition out the ATGMs.
Yeah, I am curious to see what Sneaky's got in store here. You know, the game has slowed down. A10 purchase. Eagle is out for Sneaky.
Fence's
Infantry
Hawk
coming.
not resupplied. He's 1 millimeter away from getting supply. Although the supply goat might get it.
More supplies coming up. More infantry coming up for Fortitude Fence here.
Really
I,
just a game so far. Spence has been playing quite well, but he is very down.
yeah, he is down 1,600 points right now. 4 minutes until victory, or less than 5 minutes till victory here. Not where you want to be if you're Fortitude Fence. We got to make something happen here.
Aito getting a really good shot on
Shot.
an M60. One M60 down.
M109 about is getting counter battered right now. It has been found. I think that is going to go down there. Indeed, it does go down. One
Yeah.
less artillery piece now. Here comes the supply cheese from Fence.
A WARNO classic. That Vads is out of ammo. He has
Yeah.
no way of shooting the supply besides that Stinger.
And that Stinger looks like it is running out of ammo. Oh, it's 3 of 6, so it has the potential here.
Still a good trade for Fence because with that Stinger low on ammo, he can just send in some planes.
Yeah. We're seeing here, looks like the Aito getting some shots in here at the M60s as they drive across the field.
Another smoke going up. Though I'm not sure if Fence knows that there's an A10 loitering in Sneaky's back line. He probably sees it. He has to be ready for that.
Sneaky aiming for the... Okay, never mind. He retargets.
1,700 points down. This is getting very
Yeah,
tight for
this
Fence.
is
He
not
might have
good.
might have the unit mass and the point lead, but... Or rather, unit mass lead, but Black Forest, that's a rough one.
I've seen him come back from worse, but I don't love it. There is a command in the back for Sneaky right now. Does
Fence
Sneaky's...
understood the assignment. He's walking in an NG engineer's leader.
Yep.
Sneaky counter-battering those mortars.
Finally. Yep. Looks like he might get one if he's lucky. No, he is not lucky. Never punished.
Well, they're National Guards, so
Yeah.
it's going to be another 10 minutes until they're happy again.
Yep, they're sat at low cohesion. Here comes the M60 blob coming in. Gonna try to finish this all off here.
And scouting with that scout helo, not only will it see units, but he will also do an AA check.
Oh.
And if it comes back positive, this might be quite bad for Sneaky.
Joker putting up a very good point. There are 15 minutes left in the game. Sneaky does have an 1,800 point lead. All he needs to do is sit now. He just needs to sit on his ass.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big problem with a lot of players sometimes. They don't understand when it's time to just cut the point off and prepare your backline defense. But I think Sneaky has understood this. He did pull back his units. He's not over-investing, trying to attack. I just think that Fortitude Fence simply has too much mass to counter in a way. It's literally just, I think...
Command does go down. The command does go down here. Sneaky's command is slowly driving up here. He's, I think, twice about it.
Oh, the M60s are active. They're all in motion. This is kind of scary.
It's not looking good here for Sneaky on this southern flank. You know, Fence has to push for the 2-pointer. Isn't that what has to happen here?
Yeah, Sneaky has to figure out the defense for the 2-pointer now. He's not holding that front line.
Toe
If he does
Cobra
not
coming up
hold
to
it
buy
back,
time.
It's over.
Toe Cobra coming up to come find what's going on here. LGB plane coming in. Gonna get one. Vad's getting stunned up here.
If Fortitude within the next minute gets the +2 back zone, he wins outright with 2,000 points. So Sneaky has to defend.
But look at the middle. Look at the middle here. Oh, Fence is gonna run in. He is running in here.
Coming in, gets a kill on the roll, and it will seem.
Fence is doing Fence things right now. He is sprinting towards victory here. Takes out the toe here.
Not even an attack move, just a fast move order. This might be a bit too greedy here.
Smoke mortar.
Still Navy SEALs alive. They have not been repaired, though. This might have been a strict mistake from Sneaky. Those Navy SEALs have been on low health this whole time. Now there's nothing to really stop this push into the town.
Sneaky on the full retreat right now. This is not good. National Guard units, National Guard M113s are coming in. Nat Guard engineers also going into the middle town here. Fence streaming across the middle has a recon helo going into the back. There's nothing there for Sneaky.
Sneaky pulling out all the airplanes. He's been holding them this whole match. He's been playing the ground game, but now he brings out the Recon A10 and the A10 AT. Well, I feel like if at any point this game he needed ground units, it's now.
Yeah. I don't think this is a panic buy for sure from Sneaky here.
One health Navy SEAL still left on the front line. This is very bad. If he loses those guys, that's huge. I mean, those units are quite powerful.
IHawks are rotating. National Guard engineer does go down in middle.
F-15 Eagle getting some value out. LGB.
Yep. Eagle getting value. Fence gonna
LGB gets one bomb off on the artillery, but he trades it out. Still one card of Navy SEAls. Can he hold 3 squads of NG slop away?
National Guard engineers are getting hit by the tank or getting hit by the artillery. They are probably gonna go down here.
This might be the winning move for Sneaky.
That could be it right there. Fence. There's one command coming up from Fence right now. Both commands.
Sneaky's back line is completely open though.
Yeah. National Guard Toe Cobra coming up. A little under 12 minutes left in the game here.
Oh, that Humvee CV is noticed. The Toe Cobra just flying in for free. This is, again, the Fence playstyle. He knows how to sort of rotate the threats. He pushes your ground, then he pushes the air, then he pushes a helo. And if done properly, he just overwhelms you.
IHawk does find a shot here on the Eagle. Eagle does go down to the F-16C as it leaves.
Yeah, Sneaky has his front line broken.
Yes.
Fence just needs to exploit it properly now. 11 minutes with 1,600-ish points down. He needs to capture more than the back zone.
Yes, he's going to be able to get in. I do believe at the current way that Fence is looking here, he should be able to get into the 2-pointer. Sneaky going straight for the back 2-pointer. 2 commands going for 2-pointer right now. Desperation play here by Sneaky.
This is where Sneaky has to play Sneaky. He's not that far off of having enough points to force a win or a draw. He just needs to play a very dirty game.
Yeah, this is going to get ugly here in a few minutes. Sneaky very well. I think this is going to... He's going to have to go buy the Toe 2 and everything, I do believe.
I think Sneaky might have suffered a lot from his supply management this match. If he had those Navy SEALs on full health and infantry ready and up, plus those toes fully armed, he might have had a bit more time to work with here.
Sneaky is going to be driving a command straight into an M40 and a Duster. Pathfinder. This Pathfinder could prove crucial here. It is moving here.
Oh, the A10 Swarm.
A10 Swarm, yep. Oh no, the M60.
Looks like he's smoking it.
The M60 with the M60 is leading the pack here. If it doesn't see the Toe 2 here or the Pathfinder, it could get side shot, and this could be game right here for Fence. Oh, Fence deciding
he just concedes.
Concedes.
That's interesting. I think he could have done it there. He had another 10 minutes.
Yeah. Fence deciding, hey, I don't want to do it.
Did he drop or did he concede? Because you surrendered.
I'll DM him.
Yeah, I'd like to find that out. I guess this is part of the game, right? It is the info war. Like, if you think that you've lost and you've mentally conceded, perhaps that is indeed a way of losing. That is quite interesting. Okay. That was a great game, I think. That was kind of good demonstration of the playstyle of sort of forward deploy and holding versus these slow build up divisions that they roll through the front. Plus some interesting picks. I mean, 6 US versus 35th US. You don't see that every day. I think well played by both players here. Fence played a very tight game. I think Sneaky could have played a bit better in some parts, especially with his supply management. His units sort of were lingering a bit too long without getting resupplied. But I think this was a great showing, honestly. Interesting game.